do Pinup Gang. Y'all, I hate that we had to come on this type of note. Gotta do it. We gotta spread awareness today. This video is strictly just to make people aware of what they have to look after when they are going on cruise ships, because there's a lot of people like me and my wife, of course, that is just not knowledgeable on what cruise ships really come with and certain risks, and I don't feel like nobody speak on this.
Probably because it didn't happen to nobody.
Truth is, we would never know, but we do want to make sure that you are prepared. If you are somebody that ever want to take a cruise, things like this can happen. We was not prepared for this. I'm just gonna say we was not prepared.
I want to start off by saying, first of all, I got my baby change. I can see we had such an amazing trip. I think this was even one of the best trips we have been on. Not the best, but one of the best. So we're gonna start off by saying that there we had an amazing time. We had so much fun before we get into what happened. But mistakes do happen. We just want to put that out there before y'all be like, oh, well, if da-da-da-da. No, mistakes do happen, and we still enjoyed our time there.
Cause y'all gonna be prepared. Not even just that, we're gonna speak on other cons that we feel like you guys should be 100% aware of. First and foremost, before we move too far in the video, we want to make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all join our big family that we worked so hard over the years to gain. Make sure y'all are commenting, because we just want to hear y'all feedback. We definitely want this to be two-way. We want to hear what y'all got to say, because yes, we read the comments. And make sure y'all post notification bells is on, because you know we drop. We not people that drop once in a blue moon. We drop consistently, so we need y'all there.
Our post notifications are not on. Y'all won't be able to see when we drop, because a lot of people be asking us, where y'all been on YouTube? Turn on your post notification bells and then you'll know.
Without further ado, y'all, let's get into this video.
I don't want to start off with a big con that was really, really big for us and traumatizing for fruit. Like, I don't want to start that off first. I'm going to start off with like the little things first, and then we're going to work our way up. I feel like the first thing on a boat that they don't prepare you for, a lot of people talk about how the food is good. You know, it was okay. Always a hit and miss. So you would never know if you're getting good food or bad food on a boat. Like, and I'm not talking about spoiled food. I'm talking about taste-wise. Like, it's not the normal U.S. American food. Like, it just tastes so different. Like, if you eat a burger, it tastes different. If you eat pizza, it tastes different than the pizza you'll eat here, like Domino's. All of their food was not bad. Just some was, but some food was like, alright, you know what I mean? I get jiggy with that. And I got the last day when they had Jamaican food, it was so good.
Yo, the last day was the best food. Other stuff like Johnny Rockets, pizza, you know, it's just not, it's not Papa John's, it's not pizza. Not even Little Caesar.
Not Little Caesar.
Not even Little Caesar,
no,
but
the pizza was good. It was good.
It was alright. And like I said, this wasn't our first cruise. That's the thing about it, is like we've been on another cruise, so I don't know why our expectation was a little bit higher, because this was another cruise line. Why we thought so high?
Because it wasn't Carnival this time.
It was Royal. Or higher when we go to the Virgin Voyages, because that's who we going to next.
But keep in mind, it's still a ship.
The elevator. We said this actually in our vlog, so saying it again is like y'all heard it if you was there. The elevator is, it's long wait times. You know, just you gotta be patient person, because you know sometimes when you're on vacation you just want to do. The elevator process, you're gonna sit there for a couple of minutes, whether it's 5 minutes. Sometimes it can be quick.
As far as a whole bunch of people on the boat, it was just every pool, every jacuzzi was super crowded. Like, you have to get up on time and get there in time to do what you want to do.
Another thing for me that was kind of something is like, this is what we signed up for, you know, not victiming, but this is still a con. There's a lot of people, like Wifey said, so with a lot of people comes, a lot of people got colds, a lot of people sneezing, a lot of people coughing. Just keeping it big with y'all. Like, I was sitting next to a little boy and he was, and he's just a kid, you know what I'm saying? After a few minutes, I did like this.
Seems like you got something in there right now.
Seems like it. I heard that, and I ain't had that before. So that's another thing. You may get sick. I'm just gonna say it. You may catch you a cold. It's out there. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's there. That's just what happens.
But that's like going into the real.
So it's not like a grocery store, but this is more than a grocery store.
Yes, because like when you're in the elevator with people, you crowded,
and you like literally you this close to these people. You don't know that they from a whole nother state.
And then you don't want to take the stairs, because floor is you on the 5th floor. You got to go to the 15th floor. That's 10 flight of stairs.
Let's give a moment of silence, because we may just put a piece of our stair run going up them stairs right here next to us.
All right, we're on 14. We almost on 15. My legs burn. My legs is burning. How you feeling?
I feel like I want to take a seat.
You there?
Don't feel like
you're right there.
Yeah, these stairs took me to. These took me to fuck through.
So we are on deck 15 now. We finally made it. I think they're having a party outside. So let's get to the party.
Yes.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. It was tiring.
The other cons we said,
we could deal with that.
Minimum,
we could deal with that. That's little stuff to us. We can eat that.
Yeah.
Maya, we paid for this trip. This is supposed to be vacation. This is supposed to be safe. This is supposed to be secure.
It didn't feel like
it
that.
Didn't feel like that at all. On our first day.
I can start off. So how the rooms work on Royal Caribbean, they're connecting rooms, but the door is locked. Like even the balcony rooms, even the interior rooms, every room, I can say, except for the suite, I don't know about that, it is connecting rooms. So basically, like, if a family stay there, it's unlocked, but it was only us two.
And we didn't ask for that.
We didn't ask for that. But even if it is set up as connecting rooms, it should have been locked, so no person can get in or out.
That didn't happen for us. So we were super excited first day. Boom, we had such an amazing time. Then it came to that night, y'all. And that night, me and my wife, we had a good time. Yes. Okay, we had a good intimate time with each other, as we should. Vacation, okay? Remember that. So after that, what we do? We go to sleep. A little sleep, y'all. We feeling so secure. We feeling so safe. We feeling so good, comfortable, y'all. Yeah. And then boom, here's somebody coming into our room. Yeah. Not from the entryway. Not from the connecting room. Yes. We didn't pay for no connecting room. It's just me and my wife. This is a complete stranger. This is a man. And you hear him coming in. And you what?
It was a connecting room. It should have been locked because I think that's how their boat operates. It's connecting rooms. So it should have been locked, period.
Pause. Earlier that day, I am somebody that takes specific measures and I make sure doors is locked. So that's a big thing for me. I went to check that door and it was not open. It didn't open when I did it. Like it was like a lock. To this day, we would never know if it was actually locked or was it not locked from the jump. That's where stuff took a turn. This man in a room next to us was coming inside of our room. Sleep. It's 1 something in the morning.
It was like
1:11. It's 1 something in the morning. Maya, we been checked in. Check-in was way earlier. We been checked room. We been did all this. 1 something in the morning. This man decided, hey, I'm finna go inside this door and see what's in there. So I wake up immediately in protection mode, out my sleep, and I'm really not like a light sleeper. Do you consider me a light sleeper?
I don't feel like you're a light sleeper.
I'm really not a light sleeper. So I got up immediately. I said hello. Because I'm asleep and my heart is beating fast because on my wake up, I don't like being woken up into stuff like serious stuff. That's a hate for me. I don't know if y'all the type of person y'all like. I don't like stuff like that because
your heart
my heart is beating and panic and and protection and and I'm just preparing for whatever is gonna happen next. This man is coming in my room, so boom, he come in and then hello, and then
he's like, my bad,
and he backing out like he thought we were gonna be still asleep when he came in our room, and we don't move like that. He went back into his room and then he closed the door. But for me, I just did not feel at ease. For me, I was just on 10. I'm not gonna hold you, and I could not go to sleep. Like I didn't even try sitting up. I'm like,
mind you, we just had. So I didn't have my clothes on.
And when you go to hotel rooms, you don't want a bunch of stranger coming in your room.
Yeah.
When you go purchase any room anywhere, you don't. That's that is the biggest. Fear of being in a room that you're not at home and somebody's coming in, a stranger. Like that's not the vibe. This is nobody who worked there. This is a man that can be
he could be anything. He could be a
serial. We don't know.
He could be anything. We don't know these people. They don't do background checks on these people.
They don't.
So he could have did anything if we were
still asleep. This man could have been walking in our room. This is the other con. He could have been walking around in our room. He could have been came in our room.
There.
We got stuff in here. Like I got jewelry in here. Y'all see my jewelry in here. I got my laptop. I got my camera.
When I had woke up, I saw the door closing and stuff. So I was like, what's going on?
We never seen his face.
You know? So Fruit, she immediately got up. She like, She putting on clothes. She like, I'm going downstairs. She going to guest services. She go to guest services.
I didn't even feel comfortable leaving wife.
She didn't feel comfortable leaving me in a room. She had left me with the camera stick.
Like I'm like, babe, that nigga
she left me with the camera stick. She like, stay here. I'm gonna go to guest services. She went down to guest services. I'm like this in the bed still. I'm like this.
My wife felt so uncomfortable leaving out the room, y'all. I'm going down, and when I tell y'all my heart is heavy, bro, I'm worried about my wife. You don't know this man is, so I'm thinking that I'm like, I hope my wife is okay. I need to go down here, but we didn't want to leave our stuff in a room again. So wifey stayed back. So boom, I go down there and I'm on 10 walking. People looking at me. I got on my pajamas. It's still people up on the boat, y'all. People is up just laying around, having them a good time.
They was drunk, y'all.
Yes, having fun. And meanwhile, my face is like this. the whole way walking out, people looking like, dang, is she okay? I see some people looking like she look mad. So I go to guest services, and I didn't even get to the desk. I didn't walk up to the desk. I'm screaming out loud. I said, excuse me, who was the head of everything? Who was the head? Who can I talk to? Like, I don't even want to talk to you if you somebody on the low key. I need the biggest coon. Like, about the room that I'm staying in, about the room that I paid for. Don't play with me. Like, ma'am, I can't hear you. Ma'am, I can't hear you. So then I'm walking up to her. I'm like, now I gotta come up to you. So I'm like, ma'am, somebody just came in our room. This is not somebody who worked here. This is just a random person. This door, I don't know how he got in. So immediately she contacted security. Boom, boom. She told me, do you need anything? She gave me water. I said, I need my wife. My wife is up there in that room. This man is up there, and she's just looking at me like, oh my gosh, like this is an emergency. Like this is big.
But when she went to guest services, I get a phone call from the room. Somebody called me, hi, are you Precious? I'm like, yes. It was like, can you come down here? I was like, is my wife there? They was like, yes, your wife is here. Can you come down here? I said, okay. And I hung up.
So security guard, they came. I'm sitting right there. I'm shaking. Literally, I'm being honest, I was mad because I was woken up. Like, bro, I don't like being woken up. Like, especially when I pay for something. Don't play with me like this. Like,
she's very protective.
Like, and I feel like I gotta protect. And I'm on vacation. Like, is we really forgetting this fact? I'm on vacay. Like, this is not just something. I'm just a regular day. Like, this is my wife B-Day trip, and dude is coming in our room. Like, in my head, my wife feel unsafe. I feel unsafe. Come on, ma'am. They took me to this back room. They talking to me, and they tell me first. They tell me this body cam. They said I have a camera on me, so they recording. And I'm like, okay, I know this is serious. They know this is a case, and they want to make sure that they're protecting themselves. So that's why I immediately realized their main focus was securing themselves. Like, worrying about whether I was okay. They did ask, oh, are you okay? Da, da, da. They did get my wife from the room. Boom, boom. They did ask me, was I hurt? But it seemed like their focus was to secure themselves if I was to ever pursue anything. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that they got their back in. So they asked me questions. Da, da, da. I literally was on 10. I didn't even want to sit down. Like, man was like, ma'am, please sit down. Sit down. Like, bro, you want me to sit down? This man just busted my room and woke me up out my sleep, bro. My girl ain't got no clothes on. Like, what you mean? Like, but I sat down. I went on and sat down. But I was something gonna give. I was like, these people gonna have to do something about this. So security came back, but wifey ended up coming down. She thought that she was being scammed because when she came down,
I came out of guest services. It's just pitch black. I'm like, ain't nobody here. Like, hold on. Yeah. But they came out the back room.
Yeah.
Then we went upstairs, and he had put on his
He told me again. This was his second time telling me, and that he had the body cam on.
Yes. He came in a room and he pushed the door, and he was like, this door is unlocked.
Of course it's unlocked. Somebody just came in.
Like the scary part is Fruit made sure. I don't know if she made sure enough. She was supposed to push the door in or something, but she made sure. She always do that. She always check our surroundings when we're out. She do not play.
Yeah.
She made sure it was locked. And
it literally felt like I told you. It felt like how our room door is when we lock it. So I'm just jumping to the conclusion like, hey, this locked. But maybe the man, he actually was harder than me, and I would never know. And
they had came. They was like, it's unlocked. They was like, are you safe? Da, da, da. So they went to the other man room, and they was like,
they went to the other dude.
Yeah, then they came back, and they was like, oh, he's in a wheelchair, like he's in a walker. He's an old man.
He's in a walker.
He thought that was the bathroom.
He thought they said he thought it was the laundry room. That's what they said to us.
Laundry room?
Yes. And all I could think is, why would he even have a laundry room in his room when the man said that? He said the old man said that he thought it was a laundry room. Mind you, this was a black old man, y'all, that so-called is in a walker. We will never know.
We never seen his face.
But the truth of the matter is so many questions.
Yeah.
So the security of the boat told us that the door was open. So that's what they're saying. Then the security is also saying that it's the housekeeping responsibility to make sure that they lock the doors, right? I checked the door, and the housekeeper is saying that they checked the door, and they're both and we're both saying that that door was locked.
Yeah.
The security is saying that the door was unlocked. It was unlocked. The man next door is saying that the door is unlocked.
Yeah.
So it's just we would never know.
And of course, the security gonna say it's unlocked. It's already been open, obviously.
Obviously, the two things that me and PREE came up with: either this man was a creep and he was able to open that door.
Yes, because just because somebody's old don't mean that you're
there's a lot
not.
of old creeps. Y'all can about search it up. He was able to hear. You can literally hear what's going on next to him. So he heard what we did before he came in our room. I'm just gonna say that. Or the boat failed us. Did not lock that door. Yeah. Either route is so horrible for us. I did have to sleep in that room that night. I didn't sleep. It was super horrible.
Every time I would wake up and I turn my head, she's up.
Every noise I heard, I jumped up.
Yeah.
I felt like I had to protect. I felt like I had to be on duty sitting up, and it just was so horrible because I didn't come here for this. I came to be on vacation, just like the other 7,000 was 6,099 and 98 people that was on that boat. They like them. I came to be able to sleep, to be able to drink, to be able to eat, and vacation with my wife for her birthday celebration. And I didn't have that feeling the first day. I felt super, super, super in danger. Every noise I heard, literally, this is me. And it's like when I would try to doze off, because yes, I was tired. So when you're tired, even if you want to stay up, you gonna still.
Right, y'all. So the camera had died. So next camera, they tried to call us and see how they could accommodate us.
The next day,
it was like, "Hi, are you guys in your room? We'd like to come up and talk to you guys." Let them come up. They talked to us. They said, "Hey, we're gonna get you another room, and we're gonna give you credit for on board." So I felt like that was very, very, very nice.
Nice of them,
And they also gave us another room with a good view.
They did.
With a balcony. Good job at accommodating us, but it still was a lot of emotional stress on her, because even in the next room, she still felt like she had to like keep looking up with every noise, and she really couldn't get the best sleep at all.
I really want to give it to the head of
the head of housekeeping.
The head of housekeeping.
It was a girl, Virginia. I remember her name.
She was the best.
She was the best.
If I could give her a review, I promise you I would. Had to been God sent, because she made sure we was straight. She was there, she was talking with us, and she didn't come one time. She came a couple of times to make sure that we was okay.
She even was dragging our luggage from one room to another. Like,
she put that work in.
She was so helpful. Good job.
But like I said, at the end of the day, we just would never know. We would never know whether this guy tried his best to come into our room. Or
because we literally woke up when he was opening the door.
What if we didn't know? What if we didn't wake up?
What if he was picking at the lock?
What if he picked at the lock and we was just so asleep that we didn't hear it until the door opened? Because we heard the door open. I'm telling you, they couldn't have been quiet when that door opened, because me and wife woke up at the same time. It was so we don't never know, but to us, we just happen to be back home. I'm gonna just say that, because I don't have to worry about them type of things when I'm at home. Like, you know, when you travel out the country, you don't really have your firearm on you or anything. So it's just, you're just really trusting, whether it's a resort, whether it's a cruise line, you're really trusting them with your life, honestly. And to me, I don't like that feeling. I like to always be protected at all times, no matter where I go. You know, I'm also somebody that a lot of people know. I don't move weekly like that on the streets, and I don't want to feel like I'm in that predicament when I'm on vacation.
Just letting you guys know, if you ever go on a cruise ship, especially on Royal, because they do have connecting cabins, just make sure the door is really, really locked. Like, make sure you bump it, hit it, do everything.
Because we definitely did that to the second
Make
room.
sure you have the housekeeping, especially if you have kids, have the housekeeping come in, check it again for you in front of your face. Do take all the necessary precautions.
Do not go to sleep without checking that door. Don't even be one person to check it, because people will make it seem like that person is lying. Make sure that you and everybody in that room with you check that door, so God forbid something was to happen. Can't everybody be tripping? Like how people, how the security was saying that the door was unlocked, so that basically mean me and housekeeping was tripping. You see what I'm saying?
This video was strictly for awareness. This is not to bash the cruise line or nothing, because we
were accommodated,
and we will come back. We will come back.
Would.
Actually, like, we enjoyed our time there, especially in the solarium. Shout out to the solarium. 18 and older. But just be aware, be on point, and take all the steps you need to take. Even if you have a door stick, because people buy door sticks, buy that if you want to feel extra safe. I felt like she's the protector, so like I could get some sleep, but she feel like I can't get no sleep because I gotta protect her.
I didn't, and it was the worst, because it's like, this is my girl birthday trip. The next day, I still gotta get up, I still gotta pull through, I still gotta have the energy, I still had to vlog for you guys, give y'all some content, and it's just really like
tired. We even tried to take a nap, but that's when they end up. The next day we tried to take a nap, but that's when they end up accommodating us to a new room.
So overall, like wifey said, it was an experience. I feel like I learned a lot from it, and sometimes God puts you in situations where you can learn from them and just move a little different. I don't know what else I can move differently, honestly, other than checking the door like I did last time.
You gotta beat the door in. It probably was a heavy door, but if it wasn't and that room door was locked and he found a way to open it,
that's what I just.
That is scary.
Yeah, that is super scary. We don't know who this man is,
and I feel like I'm more weirded. I was more weirded out from it because we just
did something. So it's like imagine him just being on the side
yeah,
of here.
It's some creeps out there.
Yes. Don't never for one second walk around this world thinking ain't no creeps.
Yeah,
that's where you go wrong
that you're safe.
Yeah, you're not. That's the genuine truth. You're not safe. You're not safe for nowhere. Even when we're here, you're never safe.
Yeah.
But you still have to move to make sure that you ensure and make yourself feel as comfortable as you possibly can, and make sure that in worst case scenario, you're gonna be ready.
But you know why? Nothing really didn't happen because God protects us.
Yes, we are protected by God, and He's always there for us. Not even with just His situations, He's there for us all the time. Just in here real quick. Can they see it?
I'm bored, literally.
I'm about to pick that motherfucker. Hold on. This is in our house, y'all.
That is in our house.
Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment. We'll see y'all in that next video. It'll be something more on a different perspective, you know. But we just had to drop this one because we did say in, I think it was our second video, that we was gonna tell y'all.
Give y'all story time.
Yeah, and this was it. Love y'all, Peanut Gang. We out.